Hi, I'm Creative Confluence, and thank you for joining me for another poem in my A Poem a Week series. This particular poem is unnamed, and worse still, it doesn't even have a nickname. Yeah, it's a bit rough. I don't know what was going on with me. Like, even sometimes now, I don't title my poems. I don't know. It's just like a thing. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I will get over that. Maybe I don't know. Anyway, so it's it's an unnamed poem, a bit like for example, About Her, my violin poem. That's an unnamed poem, but for functional purposes it actually has a nickname. I don't have a nickname. Yeah, we just plunk that to the side and just, yeah. So this particular poem, and I think it's because of where this poem, the state I was writing this poem, not only did I have the usual lack of commitment towards naming the poem, but then it was also confusion as to where would you even begin to nickname it. Like, so I wrote this poem 2 years before the independence referendum, in the Sudan, where the then Southern Sudanese were able to vote about whether they would become an independent country or not. And as many of you would probably know, we became an independent country. So I'm South Sudanese, and in the former Sudan, being South Sudanese was viewed as such a bad thing that the word Junubi or Junubin, which means southerner, was seen as almost an insult, or was not almost, it was seen as an insult. That's how badly we were viewed. Being South Sudanese in the former Sudan was such an unfortunate thing to be, that your very identity was viewed as something to be laughed at, mocked, or used as an insult. So yeah. And then when you're a woman in various Sudanese cultures, even in the South Sudanese culture, to be honest. So that's one thing that's universally Sudanese, is the treatment of women is generally just, I mean, it's yeah. I'm trying to avoid being political right now, so we're just going to again park that to the side and leave it alone. So being a dark-skinned South Sudanese woman was a lot, and so I wrote this particular poem in the colloquial form of Arabic that many South Sudanese people speak, typically called Juba Arabic, and because that was the best way that I could express myself about how I felt about that situation. So yes, it's an unnamed poem. I will offer the translation after I recite this particular poem for you. So thank you for staying this far, considering I haven't named the poem, but yeah, we move. Okay, cool. So here goes. كان عالم ده سكر ما الناس كله واحد ليه تجياني وانا زي انا كلب ولا دي عشان انا ما ولد ولا دي عشان انا اكون اسود ولا دي عشان انا ما جيوان سلطان زي انا مرة من شمال محل تاي جنوب روتان تاي حاجة لا نجيوان سوهاسا. Shukran. Cool. So it's basically saying, if this world is small and we're all one, human beings, people are all one. Essentially, we're all one human race, like we're all the same. Why do you treat me like I'm a dog? Is it because I'm not male or a boy? The literal translation of the word weled is boy. But is it because I'm not a boy or a man? Or is it because I'm black? Or is it because I don't speak Arabic? The word I used, I didn't say the word Arabic, I said rutan, but rutan means language. So is it because I don't speak Arabic like a woman from the north? My place, which to me was like my home, mahal tai, my place is Junub, is the south. And my language is this language I'm speaking right now. Thank you. So that's the translation of the poem. Yeah, also there was an elitism about the Arabic language in Sudan as well. If you couldn't speak classical Arabic or Arabic that was, considered the state language, that quality of Arabic, you too were kind of diminished. So me writing this poem was the best way of me expressing a protest to that elitism, if you will. Like, yes, this is not classical Arabic, but it's my language, so suck it up. That kind of thing. So yeah, it's a bit nuanced. This is definitely not meant to be offensive to anybody, but this was definitely the musings of my my late teens, when, you know, one of the biggest things that ever happened to me, a changing in my identity, was on the horizon. So thank you so much for listening to this poem. And yeah, if my art nourishes you, please subscribe. If not, thank you for passing by. See you.